welcome to the NOIRE Space podcast. We are back. We are different, but we're back. Today, guys, we are just going to go straight into it. We're talking about clean girl aesthetic.
Yeah.
What are we saying? What is it? What is it?
Clean girl aesthetic. So it started on TikTok. For me personally, I'm not sure about Toph, but I first saw the clean girl aesthetic on TikTok with white girls originally. Like, that's when I first started hearing about it.
Yeah.
It was a thing where, like, they would post something and then the comments would be like, you look so clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how it started. So originally, when I saw comments like that, I used to be like, what does that even mean? Like, you look so clean. And I would never see it under Black creators. Like, I have to preface that. So what is the clean girl aesthetic? That's the question.
In my opinion, from what I've seen, clean girl aesthetic is soaked brows, cream your face, use SPF, use lip gloss, tinted blush. Don't forget tinted blush.
Slick your hair.
Yeah?
That's a big one. I feel like because Black creators felt like they weren't being included in the whole like clean girl aesthetic thing, I think they tried to rebrand it to make it suit Black girls and to make it accessible to us. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what is the clean girl aesthetic for a Black girl?
But the thing is the clean girl is because that's what people are saying. Like, is it even a thing? Like, is it just because if clean girl aesthetic is slicking your hair, I've been clean since year 9. So it's like, what are we trying?
I feel like we really need to question
what is the, because like
we really need to question the root and the foundation of the whole clean girl aesthetic, because for me, like, just for me personally, when I first came across it, it just seemed like we're referencing their whiteness. Like, I'm gonna be so real. Like, it just looked like you look clean because you're white. You're white and your skin looks shiny. It might be a reach, but just for me personally, like, when I saw it, that's what it looked like. And obviously, when you're thinking, like, no one says that about Black girls. And I'd say that we arguably put the most effort into our appearance. So how come we're not clean?
I don't know. This phenomenon, it marvels me, seriously. Because I think I understand why that kind of aesthetic might be called clean, in the sense that your hair is out of your face. Even when I try to explain it though, I don't know if I can explain why I feel like it is associated with clean, because you just look made up in it. But I do find that, I don't know, there was even, did you see Uche's tweet where she was basically saying, I don't want to like
reference her wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think that tweet sparked a conversation about whether Black girls can do clean girl makeup because of our skin and stuff.
That's so crazy though. I think it's so crazy that we even need to question, can Black girls achieve the clean girl aesthetic because of our skin?
I don't know.
It's like, this is the thing, I feel like it's actually so deeply rooted and it's a lot deeper than people are giving airtime to, because it kind of goes back to Black girls not looking put together if our hair isn't straight.
Did us.
Like, Black girls not looking put together if we haven't got makeup on. You know, like, realistically, for a white girl to achieve the clean girl aesthetic, they're putting in minimal effort, like a little bit of blush, maybe a little bit of concealer.
Yeah.
But if I do the exact same steps, no one's gonna like tell me that I look clean.
They'll say you tried.
You know what I mean? When are you getting your hair done? So
I think what you said is true. Everything is so deeply, like, there's certain things that we just take for, like, hey, because like, you bathed today is clean.
Like, when you actually sit back, but I feel like it's annoying because in this day and age, like, when a Black person, like particularly a Black woman, when we bring these things up, it's like, oh, you're playing the race card.
Yeah,
Like,
everything
it's
was
not
like, it's
that
not about race,
deep.
it's not about race.
But it actually is if you sit back and actually take in what's going on.
Like everything is like, it's just whether it's how far you want to look into the situation and how far you want to deep it.
Yeah.
For example, you can go about your life and not be affected by clean girl. Like, you don't need to. It doesn't need to be your lifestyle.
It doesn't need to affect you.
It doesn't need to affect you. And if you wanna try and do the clean girl aesthetic, you can. Like, it doesn't need to affect you. But for some people, that thing, because for some people, it's like they deep things a little bit more, and they're like internalize a lot of things a little bit more. So for them, they might think, raw, like, I'm calling myself clean. Nobody's calling me clean. Maybe a white creator doesn't even need to say clean. Comments will say slay, clean girl.
Yeah.
You know. So it's like, I don't know, like this whole thing of like,
it rubs me off the wrong way. But I feel like for us, we have a different sort of aesthetic, as in like we love braids.
Who's us?
The both of us.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, we love braids, we love locks, we'll wear bright under eye, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's our aesthetic. Whereas for the black girl that might have a preppy aesthetic,
It's true.
right, to be like marginalized from this aesthetic because now it's clean girl and we don't look like them, we don't necessarily fall into that, you know, group, it can be alienating.
Black women aren't the same. Like, black women, not everyone, all aesthetics are different. So this is even a disclaimer. Why are you seeing the soap brow slander?
Oh, yeah.
Can we stop that immediately?
But who's slandering soap brows? Everyone.
Not everyone. It's a small community that's growing in number.
The black community, or
no, black and white.
Wow.
Like, some people are saying, like, bring back the 2016 eyebrows.
What,
right?
with the Anastasia brow
brow dip, but pomade, yes. But I think the soap brow
I like it.
It's changed my life. I think, do you know what? I think it changed the lives of girls with thick eyebrows. It changed
the game. It changed the game.
Like, literally, I know the way I struggled. Pack's eyebrow pencil to make it look not too garish, innit? So, bro, let's keep that in. Don't take it out. Always love yourself. Soap to the world.
I think you were saying something also about how we're different, and I think that's a good point to touch on, because I think it also begs the question of, is it everything that black girls or the black community need to be involved in?
That's an interesting question.
That's an interesting
How about
question.
you answer that question yourself?
Toph is not trying to land herself in trouble. No, because genuinely...
I have to think about that one.
Okay, I feel like we can achieve clean girl aesthetic. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a clean girl right now. Tell me otherwise.
I've been clean all my life.
Right. So I think there's no reason for us to be marginalized, but I feel like when you get on TikTok and like people are doing think pieces about clean girl aesthetic, oh, it originated from black girls. Like, did you know that in the 60s? Did you know that in the 60s the clean girls rolled out onto the street? Like, it's just like, oh, it's not that deep. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, and I feel like, you know, like that's why some people, like, I feel like when people say, oh, don't play the race card, like, I don't agree, because, to be honest, everything about black people, black women, is political in it.
100%.
Not because we make it political, but most of the time that's the way society is. But I think, like, touching what you're saying, do we care?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
sometimes
there's certain things that you just don't care about participating in, and you don't care about being called either. Like, for me, for one, like, I don't know if this is same comparison, but if you see like a trend that's going around that I don't even know, like, what do you think? Like, there's certain things that is like
they were doing like the micro, what is it called?
Micro links, like taping.
Yeah.
Like, if you want that, do it.
Or they were saying like braids on, like, who wears braids anymore, type of thing.
Who wears braids anymore? Why would you say that?
No, that was a thing.
Yeah, why would this person have said it? Why would you say that?
Right, so it's like, it's not everything.
It's not everything that, like, honestly, there's certain things where not every fight is your fight. I'll be real. Like, not everything, because the fundamental thing is, like, for some people, like, not everyone's fight is for everyone. Like, not, like, do you know what I mean? Your fight might not be for me. Do you get it?
My fight is not your fight.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So, do you know what I mean? So, it's like, I do believe that there's times where you should speak out about certain things, but there's also times where it's like, the person on the other side is not going to hear you, and it doesn't affect you either. So...
And it doesn't affect them.
It doesn't affect them. Exactly.
Us rolling out and being like, black girls can be clean too.
I feel like if you want to be clean, clean girl is not... I don't personally think clean girl is subject to a race just because I think clean means you've bathed and you've creamed your face and you've maybe combed your hair or packed your hair or you've done... Actually, that's how people will say, oh, what's Afro? Clean girl is if you want to be buff. That's it. I'm leaving it at that.
Do you know what? Do you know why I said it's deeper? What's the opposite of clean?
And then also, think about it as well. If clean girl is slicked by hair, what's dirty girl?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is the opposite of clean? So if we're not clean girls, then what are we, dirty? What does that ring a bell for you? God. Being called dirty? Like, this is what I'm saying. It's actually deeper. That's why as soon as I saw it, I linked it to skin straight away, because I'm so like used to or conditioned to like the white person being linked to cleanness and purity. That's like that's why it flagged up as that straight away for me.
I think, do you know what it is? I feel like there's like King Girl is obviously saying, King Girl is obviously describing as minimal makeup as possible, right? So I feel like some of the words, I don't know, like,
it's an attack. I've fallen on, like, I've concluded it's actually personal.
But then again, Joy, if a white girl was to beat her face, she wouldn't be called dirty. Like, beat her face.
This is what I'm saying. Like, since when was like heavy makeup dirty? Yeah, this is a problem. We've picked it apart now.
Because okay, cool. It might not mean that Afro and it might not mean that black people are dirty, but you said a full face beat.
But this is what we're saying also. I don't think the people that started clean girl aesthetic like were going out of their way to target black girls or to be racist or discriminatory. Is that a word?
That is definitely a word, yeah.
I don't think they were going out of their way to do that, but it's just about your subconscious,
what you've internalized.
So, yeah, exactly. Like,
and also I feel like sometimes certain things can start off innocent, but because if you put an innocent thing into a very corrupt society, it kind of turns that innocent thing around. So it could genuinely have just looked like you. Like, I think it could genuinely have just looked like you just, you know, like that look where you look like you just got out of the shower kind of thing. And that's what they could have meant by the clean girl aesthetic. But the thing is, the difficulty thing is when you put it in society that is so entrenched with misogyny, misogynoir. When you fit into that kind of society, there's more things you have to unpick. But it's just, I think, let's round up. What do you think? Do you think you're clean right now?
100%.
I wouldn't say you're dirty. I think if you want to be clean, and if you want to do that clean girl aesthetic,
I think it also goes back to like the double standard or the higher standard that black girls are like held to.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. Like,
is what it is.
Everything's a construct. Like, if you want to do the clean girl aesthetic,
do it. And hashtag it on TikTok. Like, who's gonna tell you any different?
Do get ready with me, hashtag clean girl aesthetic. Do these steps if you want to be the ultimate prime clean girl.
And beat your face.
Do what you. I think moral story. Do what you like.
Yeah.
What do you think about braids? Because that was a topic.
Yeah.
Braids on your birthday.
Braids on your birthday. I've had single braids on my birthday before. What did I have on my last? Completely fine. But do you know what it is? Yeah, I think it's more of a maturity thing. I don't think it's necessarily okay. There's elements of texturism for sure in it, and I want to go as far as saying self-hatred, but I'm not gonna go. Wow. I don't go there.
That's deep.
But I think it's also maturity. Like, for my next birthday, I put like I don't want to wear a braid because it's just like a.
Oh, so really? Let's dissect that.
Tom said, let's unpack.
Because that was loaded. See, I thought you were going the other way. I thought you were gonna say that. Is a maturity thing in the sense that you get to a certain age where you're like, if I'm gonna do what I like, and if that be braids, so be it.
I feel like I'm being interviewed now. Like I'm really
Yeah, sit around the table. What do you mean by that?
I just feel like I think it's because I've been doing braids for so long, right? So whilst I was younger, coming up with braids. So it's a maturity thing. Like I'm getting older. Let me try something different.
Does different always mean wig?
Well, for me, it means wig because I've never worn one before.
Natural?
Oh, she's actually picking me apart here. No, you're right. It's an internalized thing, 100%. Like for us to not think that it's acceptable or put together. It goes back to the clean girl thing. Like,
exactly.
Put together to have a fro on your birthday. Why is that not?
Yeah.
Why is that not cool?
Even the I think there was this thing about would you have your hair out or braids on your wedding day? You know?
Pushing it.
Pushing it. It's like I think, do you feel like our internalization is too far gone to the extent that I know, right, we know our natural hair is beautiful, we know braids are beautiful, but we've internalized something for so long that to unlearn that takes years of unlearning. It takes years of loving, like solely loving your natural hair. Do you know what I mean?
I think it can definitely be undone. I think two things for me. I'm hoping I'm going to remember both of them at one point. But number one, I feel like all it takes is one person or a group of people to start a movement for it to be normalized. Like, why is it acceptable to wear braids? Because a group of people started wearing braids and it became the norm. So if tomorrow we wake up and you go out and every black person is wearing their fro, soon enough it's gonna be normalized. Exactly. No one's gonna look at you different. No one's gonna ask you, when are you doing your hair? Like it's gonna take us to be. No, that one's crazy. I'm just having a flash. That one's crazy though. When are you doing your hair is crazy. When
aunties used to say your hair is due.
It's due. Like,
oh my god,
when are you doing your hair is mad. When I've already defined and people like,
what's the curl and go or something?
Wash and go. Like, what more is there to do? This is the hair done, right? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's actually difficult. It's actually hard. It's actually hard out here.
Man, that when are you doing your hair?
Yeah, so that funny. We need to. Can we leave that?
Oh my!
Can we leave that somewhere? Yeah. What was I saying? It's gonna take a group of people to. Not me though. No, I'm joking. It's gonna take a group of people to just be like, listen, because why not? And I love it. Like when I go on the tube, and I was on the tube the other day, and there was this black boy with a beautiful fro, like, and that's my second point. You know, when people are like, I feel like this is another question, but like, is not loving your natural hair self-hate? You know, that's another like big topic. And for me personally, when I have my fro and I'm at home and I look in the mirror, I love it. Like, it's beautiful. When I take my braids out, I'm like, oh my God, why don't I wear my hair out more often? Like, it is beautiful. As soon as I step outside and someone looks at me like weird, or I'm sitting on like the tube and a white person is like staring at me, all of a sudden I'm like closed off in myself, like feeling insecure. So it's not self-hate, because as I just said, like I love it. But once I step out, it's more of like a confidence thing. You need to just know that, you know what?
You're bad with
I look good. Like, if you want to look at me, look at me.
And you're looking at me because I'm bad.
100%. So
I agree. I think even when you just think about, I think it's also a reflection. It's like, it's all a mindset thing, I think. Do you know? And it's like, sorry. It's like, even that thing, like, do you feel, I don't know how you feel, like, sometimes, I used to feel like this anyway. I used to feel like I didn't want braids on holiday either.
Okay.
Firstly, that sun will make you want braids. Yeah. You think you have a choice in the matter. Now, I think every holiday I've been on, apart from one this year.
Yeah. You look banging. Did you have,
Thanks,
what did you
babe.
have? Locks?
I had feed-ins are my favorite hairstyle
On
ever.
holiday?
Feed-ins on all my, even in the UK.
You'll be swimming like a white person, I swear.
You'll be
diving off
headstands
boats
in the water.
Yeah.
If someone falls in the jet ski water, you catch
Don't
them.
worry, I'm going in.
You're ready to be a lifeguard.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think it comes down to how you view yourself. And, like, it takes not years. It just takes, like, like a mindset change to
100.
see, I am so bad with this hairstyle. I'm so bad. I think it's not just with a hairstyle. I'm so bad without the wig.
And we're so blessed because our hair is so versatile. Like, it is so versatile. I can come out with a wig tomorrow and then locks the next day and then braids. I mean, if you've got it like that, if you have that sort of money. But do you get what I mean? Like, it's really worth us embracing what we've been blessed with.
Exactly. And you deserve, I think you owe it to yourself to see how far, like, our hair in its natural state, like you said, is so versatile. You owe it to yourself to see how many different hairstyles on the planet you can do, because you can probably do them all. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like I used to have this thing. The only reason why every holiday this year I've worn braids, and it's because I feel like I've got to a point where I can never. Firstly, if you get a picture of yourself in wig and you can get yourself a picture of yourself in braids, why on earth would you compare them? You like, it's like you getting a picture of, I don't even know, of you in like you with one MUA did your makeup and another MUA. Like, why would you compare the pictures? They're both bad. They're different levels of badness, but they're equally bad. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, if you there's just a lot of things you have to unlearn, that you are not more beautiful with the wig.
No, not at all.
You know?
I feel like even for me personally, like, I can appreciate a banging wig 100%.
100%.
But when I see like a girl come up on my feed and she's got the braids down to her bum and the colours are mixed appropriately, like, you can't, like, you cannot beat it, like. And you got the 27 mixed with the 4 and the 1 and
watch me as I mix this. No, like, honestly, I feel like we've had so many years of not like naturally society for like kind of makes you.
I want to stop you just from that point. Do you feel like we've taken on the role of the oppressor?
How would you ask me that question? Do I feel like we've taken on the role of the oppressor?
Because I feel like, in a way, white people, they're not really
Do you feel like
us too tough. Like, genuinely, I feel like it's not that they backed off, but it's like, even though I might think that when I go out with my fro, they're thinking, realistically, they're probably not. So have we, obviously that's the whole concept of internalizing stuff, right? Exactly. Are we like our worst enemy now?
I think in society, the way that we are, even if white people were looking at you like, oh my gosh, get that throw out of my face, like, I feel like we've come to a point in society where if you're confident enough, you're not, like, we got to a society where it's not illegal. Do you get it? So in the sense that, like, how do I say this? I get what you mean, in the sense that you're the person stopping you from exploring your true blackness. Do you get it? And there are other things in place, don't get me twisted, especially in the workplace. Let's talk about the workplace. Actually, let's not, because it's too much to talk about. But
it's gonna be a long.
But it's like, there's a lot of things that are still in place from time ago. Do you get it? A lot of institutional stuff that are internalized. But honestly, there are also certain things, you can't deny there are certain things where it's like, does this exist, or have you been put in a situation, you know, it's like you know, have you ever trapped an ant with a cup?
Probably.
Why would you say probably? I wasn't expecting you to say no, you freak.
Probably.
But like, you know that thing where you trap the ant in a cup and then you let it run around and then you take the cup and then it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. And then you let it run around like
it's on YouTube, so you're watching it.
No, it's on TikTok. And then like when you take off the cup, it's still running in that circle because it's conditioned to stay in that circle. And I feel like that's what it can be sometimes.
Come and see analogy.
Thanks, Faye. That's what it can be sometimes, where it's like you've been put in a situation where you've internalized hatred. Not your fault.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do
we do about this
internalization?
Yeah. And I feel like when some black girls hear like self-hate, they back into a corner and they're like, I don't hate myself, you know, but I think we need to be really careful to not blame black girls for you know, the things that we do and the way that we decide to cope with the position that we've been put in. At the end of the day, like, even though we're a black community, even black boys don't get what is the word? They don't have this sort of like hair burden that we have at all. Like, you can take it all off, you can grow it out, you can wear
dreads.
And if
they feel a bit insecure, you can texturize it.
Right, you can... Not right at all. But basically, they have a lot more freedom with their hair.
Yeah. It's not as political. I feel like a black hair. Actually, but then again, you've got like dreads and that.
Yeah, dreads are political.
Yeah.
100%, but that's a different sort of...
It's a different ball. Yeah, it's a different... Yeah. And I don't think we are even in the position to talk about how personally black men are affected, because we're not.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? That's true also.
But I get what, like...
I'd say there is, like, profiling to an extent. Yeah, but
100%.
In terms of, like, the burden, like, I don't know about you, but I'm constantly thinking about what I'm doing with my hair next. And it's like, if it was normalized for us to just be in our natural state, I would take this out and go about my business.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
oh my gosh. You know that whole thing of feeling like, what do I need to do next? Because I can't have, like, I can't be in a position of limbo for too long.
Yeah, like, I feel like from January, I need to put in my calendar for each month. I'm not gonna lie, in my notes one time I was actually like, okay, cool, when I get back from here, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, and then after that, this is what I'm gonna do. And it's like, that's kind of mental.
Crazy. That is crazy. But it's because I feel like there's a bit of uncertainty with that period between this hairstyle and your next one. I can't have it for too long. But also as well, like, I don't want my hair to break either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's so many factors in it. Like, sometimes I love my natural hair. I love it.
You know, that's so funny. Like, black girls, we always have to start with, I love my natural hair. Like, honestly, trust me. I love my natural hair, but...
No, but I love my natural hair, but it breaks, innit?
Yeah.
And also, it gets to a point after, like, maybe 2 weeks where I can't be asked to keep packing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some people, their hair is low maintenance. For other people, their hair is high maintenance. My hair is high maintenance, not because of the texture, because I'm lazy when it comes to my hair, innit? So it's like, that's one thing that some people... Sometimes wearing a wig isn't self-hatred. Sometimes I'm just lazy.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's another thing I've heard a lot, like, maintaining our hair it's so difficult. But again, I think we need to be so careful with going on TikTok and these platforms and saying black hair is so hard to maintain. Yeah. Like, I don't hate myself. It's just difficult. It's nappy. It, like, do you know who is watching you?
Exactly. What
do you know what you're feeding the people? Like, don't like put out that type 4 hair is undesirable, and it's like people act like it's like raising a child. It's genuinely not.
Literally.
If you actually, you know, get out of yourself, get out of your head, and just be like, okay, cool, it's just hair. Like, let me just learn it and you know, take care of it the same way you do your skin, the same way you do your nails. Like, everyone will have to learn themselves, right?
Everyone's hair is different.
Yeah.
Everyone, like you said, everyone's skin is different. Just because who's a good skincare girl? I don't do skincare, I just do SPF.
Who's a good skincare girl? I don't know.
just because somebody does their skincare routine doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. Learn your hair, like, and the difficulty is we spend so many years learning other people's hair, white people.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, I can braid. I can do a fishtail plait.
A fishtail plait.
Hair. Learn your hair. We spent so many years learning other people's hair.
If your skin was difficult, and a lot of us have difficult skin, are you gonna wear a mask? It's the same.
They made us though.
Oh yeah. It's the same principle though. Like the same way, like your face is on show. Our hair is all one sort of thing, right? Our hair is not difficult. Our hair it's you know, it's testing, it's trying.
Yeah, because it's got a lot more texture.
Yeah,
right.
And it's more difficult. Like you can't just like put a brush in it, and you know you need to section it out. You need to condition it. You need to really get in there with it.
Yeah. But I think that also comes with the beauty of the curls as well. So it's like,
even just that itself, the fact that we feel like we need to condition and gel, and why can't we just wash and go? Why can every other race wash and go?
Some people will let their hair air dry. Some people will be in the studio, their hair will be drying.
Yeah, can't relate. It's a texturism thing, 100%. It just boils down to like normalizing stuff, because there's really no reason why you need to pack gel into your hair to define your 4C curls.
We say that, but let's be honest. No, I'll be honest. We say that, but every hairstyle I have when my natural hair is out is slicked. And I don't know, is that because I love a slick hairstyle? Ask around in year 9. Ask anybody that wants to go with me in year 9. I love slicking my hair. Even if my hair used to be relaxed. Even if my hair was relaxed, I'd slick it. Do you get? So I think it's because I really like slicked hair.
Everyone is different. I think the point is just challenging your perception and your view of the world. It's not like a blanket thing. Oh, all black girls hate themselves. All black girls hate their natural hair. Like, it's not black and white. Like some girls just, they prefer that hairstyle on them, such as Toph. She loves the slick back.
Ask around. So Joy, do you think that we've been asked this question, right? Do we think that wearing wigs glorifies a particular hair texture?
So you're asking, like, does it glorify straight hair?
Straight hair or loose wave hair? Or, I mean...
No, 100%. It plays into it. Because I don't see anyone wearing a kinky afro wig. Like...
Do you know why I'm laughing? It's because it hurts me, you know.
Because we're actually sat here unpacking, and on my way home, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be taking out my braids on the tube.
Joy, it hurts me because the fact that we can say we don't know one person who would wear a kinky wig. Although there's people that do it.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen it. But I don't personally know. Like, I can't tell you off a name of one person who wears a king. Like, what does that mean? Is there any meaning to certain things? Because sometimes...
100%.
Do you think... I say nothing.
Yeah. I feel like most of the time there's meaning to everything. And even just the pressure for black girls to have long natural hair.
Yes.
That's another thing. Yes. Like, every other race is very comfortable in the length of their hair. Like... White girls will have a bob, you know, they'll, you know, like, it's just whatever your hair does, it does.
Exactly.
But our hair is not allowed to just do what it does, whether it grows, whether it doesn't grow. Like, if you're going to have natural hair, don't bother having natural hair that doesn't reach your shoulders. Don't be stupid.
Ankle. Like, why? I don't even understand. Everyone is allowed to do bob. But when I relax my hair and my auntie bumps it in, it's a problem.
Right. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
That's the difficulty with society.
Yeah.
That hairstyle, I don't personally like it. But some people did. But you know what? I just feel like...
What if we were in an alternate universe where natural hair was the norm? That's what you have to think. Like, it could happen. There's nothing about natural hair that's inherently undesirable. It's all like
Construct.
conditioning, 100%.
All of it. And I think, do you know what? It just goes back to the fact that like everything to do with a black girl has to be exceptional.
Yeah.
For them to be accepted in society. Like if we're honest, like you have to be doing looks wise, you have to be over and beyond. You have to be so hot. Like you have to be flaming.
Yeah.
To be even considered as desirable.
Yeah.
And then even with your hair, we don't really like the curls, but if it touches your breast, we'll allow it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, but my thing is, circle back to it. Are we perpetuating this perception by wearing wigs? I'm not putting forward an opinion. I'm asking a question.
You're gonna put the burden onto me,
and then I'll hear what you say, and then I'll respond. I'll respond based on what you say. I don't know. That's why I'm actually asking a question. I don't know. Are we? Should we just like why?
Should we just stop wearing wigs?
But that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, let's get one thing clear as well. When we do wear wigs, we aren't wearing European hair. I don't know about you. I don't know, Joy, if you get European hair. But I am not buying European hair. So after that it's clear. Yeah. So that some people don't say, oh,
you're trying
to be like me. I'm not just like you.
Okay, I can say I think I can speak for the whole black community.
You think you can do that?
Hear me out. I think I can speak for all of us when I say that despite everything that we've just discussed in terms of like the proximity to what's acceptable, proximity to whiteness, when black girls wear wigs, it is not even a thought or a comparison or an inspiration of the white woman.
It's just
I promise you, like it's really not. And it's not even we don't even take inspiration from Asian women either. Like it's not, even though we don't get European hair, you might get like Asian hair, but we're still not looking at Asian girls and being like, I want my hair like you. Because realistically, when we wear wigs, it's a bit different. Like we don't even look like any other race when we wear wigs.
And it's like, I think that's what I think I 100% agree with what you're saying. There's not an attempt on black women's side to say, I'm trying to be like you, kind of thing. So I feel like people try to take the fact that, okay, so why are you wearing long straight? Firstly, white people, Asian people, I feel like aren't the only people with that texture. Yeah. I think what happens is people just homogenize black women. Yeah. And make us feel like all of us have fussy hair. Yeah. Not all of us have fussy hair.
Not at all.
Not all of us have. Do you know what I mean? It's just so different. And to say that, because we wear, firstly, we could straighten our hair as well. Like, that's what I'm saying. And there's white people who their natural hair isn't even straight. So I think I agree with what you're saying. I don't know. I feel like I do think that it's difficult because you have to find a balance between. It's like what I said at the beginning. What's your fight? Because everything about black women is political. So which fight do you want to? Yeah. Not everyone is yours.
It's really difficult. Like if we battle each fight,
it's so tiring.
You're gonna be wearing body armor 24/7.
You're wearing
boxing gloves.
Armor of God. You're fighting clean girl aesthetic. You're fighting wig allegations. You're fighting body allegations. How to conduct yourself allegations, behavior allegations.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, but I think one thing is clear: black women are. Let me say one thing: black women are killing it right now. Do you know what I mean? They're really 100%. They're killing it.
I'm proud of us. If no one else is, I'm proud of us.
Proud of what? You know what? We haven't been given much tools in the game, but we are killing it. I'm sorry to say, and I think one last thing, just because I feel like. I think because there's so much attention on black women, I think people think we're not detracting from any other people, any other group of society. Firstly, black women are not homogeneous, as I've said, but we are. You can praise black women without putting down
the other races,
and we don't take from any other race.
Everyone's doing their thing. I think that kind of links back to what I was saying about can we just let the white girls have the clean aesthetic? Like, just let them have it.
If they want
if
the thing is, I don't even think they're fighting for it, you know. That's
we can feel like we fighting ourselves. Yeah, the white girls don't care about us. But realistically, I just mean, like, in terms of, as I said, people coming online and doing the history,
think pieces,
spare me the think pieces. I beg. Like, it's actually, I have to say it. It's actually annoying. Like, you know when like a new trend comes out and people are like, dating back to the 60s. Here's a picture of this black woman in Notting Hill wearing slip back hair and hoops. They actually originate from Ghana. Like, rest.
Oh man, everyone rest.
Let just. Do you get what I mean? There's certain things that I can say, fair enough. I love the white girl, like, Dyson hair wrap trend.
Yeah.
I'll sit on TikTok and watch them wrap their hair with the Dyson hair wrap.
Bro.
Will I ever buy a £500 hairdryer? Do I have the facilities realistically?
That's where I'm going to leave it. That's all about, for me personally, that's all about facilities. Right now, I'm not in the financial facilities.
But not even just financial. For me to achieve that look, I need to straighten my hair. I probably need to silk press my hair.
Yeah.
To now go and use the Dyson hair wrap. I don't have the facilities, but I will support your content and I will watch you do that because why not? It's enjoyable. Let them have it. I don't need to now come out and be like how black girls can achieve the Dyson hair wrap.
The exact look.
Nah.
If you want it, go get it, but you don't have to.
Yeah, we don't. It's not everything that we need to.
That be mandatory. That because people
fight.
are doing this, we need to be on.
We're different for a reason. I think we should embrace our differences.
Enjoy your life, man.
That's us. That's our thoughts on the matter.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the first rebrand of the NOIRE Space. We hope you like it. Make sure you follow our Instagram at the NOIRE Space. Follow our Spotify. Subscribe to our YT channel. YT stands for YouTube.
Yeah, I was a little bit trying to calculate that one, but yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye.